The entire world was watching. A penalty incident in the opening week of the World Cup. Millions of people seeing the same replay and reaching the exact same conclusion. That's offside. The attacker looked clearly beyond the final defender. Everyone saw it. The supporters inside the stadium saw it. Fans watching from home saw it. Even the pundits in the studio saw it. Then VAR ruled the play onside. The penalty stood. The goal counted. And the one thing that could have settled the entire debate instantly, the calibrated offside line FIFA shows across leagues around the world every single week, never appeared. That is FIFA's real nightmare, not the controversial decision itself. Every tournament has controversial moments. The nightmare is a controversial call that nobody gets to properly verify, shown live to a global audience by an organization that had already spent the previous few days destroying what little trust remained. So let's go through exactly what happened, because this situation was serious. The match was Qatar against Switzerland at Levi's Stadium in the San Francisco Bay Area. Early in the game, Swiss striker Breel Embolo stepped up to take the first penalty of the World Cup. The penalty was awarded after Remo Freuler was brought down by Qatar goalkeeper Mahmoud Abu Nada. And based on the contact alone, the decision looked understandable. The goalkeeper completely crashed into him. But this is where the controversy began. The replay appeared to show Freuler clearly offside before the collision even took place. VAR checked the incident. The stadium screen showed the review was in progress. After a lengthy pause, the final decision came back. Onside. Penalty confirmed. Embolo scored. And then everybody waited for the line. The graphic, the calibrated freeze frame with the colored offside markers that usually ends these debates within seconds. The same technology viewers see every week in the Premier League. But this time, it never appeared on Fox in the United States. It never appeared on the British broadcast. It never appeared in Spain either. Nowhere in the world were viewers shown the evidence that supposedly proved the decision was correct. The line never appeared. And once that happened, the reaction was inevitable. Fans exploded. On X, the response was almost completely one-sided. German-speaking supporters were calling it the worst officiating decision of the tournament so far, saying it was clearly offside. Others were already describing it as the first major refereeing scandal of the World Cup. One person simply asked how that was possibly considered onside. Thousands of viewers were studying the exact same replay, convinced they understood what they were seeing, while FIFA held onto the one piece of technology that could have settled the argument and showed absolutely nothing. Then the pundits joined in. Gary Neville, speaking live at halftime, did not soften his opinion at all. He pointed out that FIFA controls the host broadcast, that they already had the semi-automated offside decision available, and that they had the ability to show it immediately but chose not to. He said supporters already have trust issues with both FIFA and the technology, and until there is proof otherwise, the incident looks offside to him. Then came the phrase that dominated headlines afterward. He said it felt like a dictatorship, an organization keeping the evidence to itself while refusing to show it to the fans whose countries were actually involved in the match. Ian Wright was just as direct. He questioned why nobody had been shown the semi-automated offside line, said the player appeared offside, and summed the entire situation up with one word: scandal. They do what they want, he said, sitting in their office. And somehow, FIFA only made the situation worse while attempting to fix it. Roughly 3 hours after the match, FIFA released an official statement, and their explanation, unbelievably, was a technical glitch. According to FIFA, a temporary technical issue prevented the onside animation graphic from being generated. They claimed the problem was resolved quickly, that the VAR review process itself was never impacted, and that the officials still followed the standard procedure using calibrated lines that showed no offside. They even released 2 images to support their explanation. Read that carefully, because it's remarkable. FIFA's official position was essentially this: the system that was supposed to show the public the evidence failed, but trust us, the evidence exists. And it proves the decision was correct. The one piece of evidence that could have ended the controversy in real time, live on the broadcast while millions were watching, was unavailable at the exact moment the world wanted to see it. And those images only appeared hours later, after the goal had counted, after the match had been affected, and after the controversy had already exploded, saying, "We had the lines, they just didn't appear, and they also confirmed we were right," is not transparency. It's FIFA writing a statement to clear FIFA. And after the kind of week FIFA had already been through, almost nobody was willing to simply take their word for it. Because that's the real issue here. This was not just one controversial night happening on its own. this was only day 3 of the tournament, and look at everything this VAR controversy landed on top of. Ticket prices that had already pushed ordinary supporters out before the tournament even began. The empty seats, including in this very match, where FIFA announced an attendance of 67,966, just below full capacity, despite the stadium visibly looking only around 3/4 full, with empty sections scattered across every level. And the explanation? The same repeated line about fans supposedly standing in the concourses. The travel restrictions that blocked supporters from nearly 40 countries. Players and team staff being stopped, searched, and delayed at the border. A World Cup referee, officially selected by FIFA itself, refused entry and sent home before officiating a single game. Problem after problem after problem, all within 72 hours, all contributing to the exact same image. An organization asking people to trust it while continuously giving them reasons not to. So when the offside line failed to appear on Saturday, here's what didn't happen. Almost nobody watching at home thought, it's just a harmless technical issue. These things happen. After 3 days like this, the reaction was the complete opposite. People did not see a simple glitch. They saw a cover-up. And whether that reaction is completely fair to FIFA in this specific situation almost doesn't matter anymore. Because FIFA spent the entire opening week training people to expect the worst from them. Now, to be fair, this channel is not interested in making things up. It is entirely possible the decision was correct. It is possible the technology genuinely malfunctioned. It is possible the calibrated lines really did show Remo Freuler onside. And it is possible this was simply terrible timing combined with a bad moment for the graphics system. All of that could absolutely be true, but that is exactly why this became a nightmare. Instead of a minor controversy people quickly forgot about. FIFA had one simple task in that moment: show the line, settle the debate, and move on. They couldn't do it, and by then they had already destroyed so much credibility that almost nobody was prepared to give them the benefit of the doubt anymore. When you spend 3 straight days becoming the villain of the story, people are not suddenly going to treat you like a reliable narrator. And for what it's worth, Qatar managed to score late and earn the first World Cup point in the country's history. Honestly, that should have been a great moment, but it got completely buried under everything else. And that's probably the most frustrating part of all this, because the football itself has actually been delivering. The drama is there, the surprises are there, the emotional moments, the new stories, the tournament debuts, all of it has been good. But FIFA keeps getting in the way of its own competition. And on Saturday, it happened live in front of the entire world, with the one piece of evidence that could have ended the controversy sitting somewhere out of public view. The line never appeared, and at this point, almost nobody is shocked by that anymore. So what do you think? Was it genuinely just a technical failure? Or was it another one of those trust us situations from an organization that hasn't earned that trust? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I genuinely read all of them. And if you enjoyed the video, dropping a like helps way more than most people realize. Subscribe if you want World Cup coverage that keeps track of everything happening on and off the pitch. Because football on this scale is never just about the matches. It becomes a snapshot of a moment in time. And only 3 days into this World Cup, FIFA's moment is already starting to feel like a slow motion collapse.